guys! So I've had this idea to do these videos where we just kind of get to know each other better. I've been fortunate over these years to make a lot of great friends through my YouTube channel. I know when I do a lot of my videos, I try to talk to you just like we're in the same room, chatting back and forth face to face. Some of my videos are more serious, other videos are more edited, and I wanted to have something where we could be a little bit more laid back with no outline and just have some fun conversation. I'm an open book. I love to be personal and genuine, and I hope you feel that from my videos. So I've been looking forward to doing these videos where we can get to know each other a little better. I hope you don't mind. I thought in today's video we could touch on some fun topics, and then down in the comments if there's any future topics you want to talk about, questions you have for me, I'd love to answer them, I'd love to share, but of course I'm gonna ask the same back from you. So we're gonna get to know each other pretty well. So the first question I want to ask is, what is your biggest project or goal that you're working on this year? Comment down below. I'd love to hear about it. Okay, so something I think I'll share is a project I started working on clear back in January. I was hoping to be finished with it by now, but there's just too much going on. My son built a recording studio down in our basement, and he started working on that after Christmas. So I was sort of the guinea pig. He came to me and he's like, hey, let's have some fun. Let's write some music. Let's try out this equipment. Let's see what it can do. And we wrote a couple of songs together. It was really fun. It was really therapeutic. And it was so neat to see him go through that creative process and just put it all together. So as we were doing this, I thought, you know, I think I'm gonna do an album. This is so much fun. And when we get together, the songs just sort of come really fast. So I thought, okay, let's have some fun with this. Let's make an album. So back in January, I put together this theme of this album, and I wanted the songs to reflect things that were going on in my life at the moment and things that led up to the journey of where I am right now. So the theme that came to mind was my own Eden, my own little Garden of Eden, because I thought, you know, that's what I'm trying to do as a mom, right? Every day I'm trying to create my own little Garden of Eden here at home, a place where I want to be, where my family wants to be, where we feel safe and it's beautiful and peaceful. And so I thought I would write songs about times in our lives, and especially people I know right now who are going through things that kind of throw off that Garden of Eden feel in their life and in their home. So that first song that I released, When I'm Without You, touches on just that. It's all about things that we do that drive the spirit away, and we feel that disconnect from God, and it's not a good feeling. It's sort of a lonely, hopeless, helpless feeling, and when you're in that place for long enough, eventually you get to a point where it really humbles you and you realize that need that you have for God and having a relationship with Him, feeling His Spirit every day of your life. So that right there is your foundation. That's key. Sometimes we fall short, we're not perfect, we make mistakes, but we always have that opportunity, that second chance to change and to invite that spirit back into our home, back into our lives, and feel that we're back in the presence of the Lord. And we can have that feeling in our homes. So that's the basis of my album, is my own Eden. So I have some other songs on there that we're working on right now, and it's been such a crazy busy year that my son doesn't have a lot of time to spend working on these songs. So we just do it here and there when there's time. My goal was to have it finished by this summer. I wanted it out at the beginning of the summer, but it looks like it's probably not gonna be out till September. Either way, it'll be exciting, and I can't wait to share. I was gonna release each song one at a time, but I decided I would just release that first single, and then the rest of it will all come out as an entire album, which is awesome because it helps tell that story. It helps build throughout the album as you listen to the songs in order. So I'm super excited about that, and something kind of fun about that is I told my son I want to try some different genres. I want to do some things we haven't done before with music, and then he had some ideas and he's like, Mom, I want to write some songs that have sort of a retro 80s vibe, and I feel like your voice would really go with that. So some of the songs sound more retro, others sound more current, more modern. I kind of went for that indie dream pop sound, which I love. I'm a huge fan of indie, dream pop, bedroom pop, alternative. That's the kind of music I love. But I love everything. Anything from 1930s jazz music, Civil War songs from the 1800s. tutorials. 50s doo-wop music, 60s, 80s, 90s, almost every type of genre. There's one decade I tend to look over, and I'm sorry for any of you out there who really love this decade, but I have always struggled with the 70s. I don't have a lot of favorite songs or music that came out of the 70s. There are a few good ones, but for some reason, that's just a decade I could never really connect with. So I don't know what it is, but everything before the 70s and everything that came after, I'm a huge fan. Sometimes I also feel that way about the early 2000s. I feel like there was just this period of music where everything was just not that good. I guess as far as pop goes. Anyways, I wanted to write some music that shared a positive theme, a positive message, all centered around this theme of your own Garden of Eden, but in genres that I love. So every song on here is just a little piece of me, a little piece of my story, and I can't wait to share it with you. I hope you enjoy it. So that's my project. That's what I've been working on. I'd love to hear what you've got going on right now in your life. So comment below and share with me. What do you have going on? What are you working on? What's your goal? When do you hope to accomplish it by? And if you have any links, feel free to share. Okay, next topic on the list. I thought it would be fun to talk about what's the craziest thing that has happened to you this year. Crazy in a funny way. I know these last couple of years have been crazy altogether and not always in the best way. So I want to hear either crazy, embarrassing, or just you wouldn't believe it type of crazy. So feel free to share with me down below. The thing that comes to mind for me is that funny experience I shared on social media not that long ago. This screenshot right here. Yes, the moment I learned that I ended up in my son's high school yearbook. So if you haven't heard that experience, let me briefly share with you. So at the beginning of the school year, so this would have been last summer, I took my son over to the high school so that he could finish registration, get his yearbook pictures taken, all of that stuff. And while we were there, I knew that I was supposed to get my photo taken for a PTA lanyard that I was supposed to wear as a member of the PTA board so that I could get into the school every day. I was supposed to wear this lanyard, so I needed to get a picture for my ID. So while I was there at the school, I asked some faculty where I go to do that. And the teacher that I asked told me that I needed to go down the hall to the photo station. So I said, okay. I said, it's for the PTA. And I was told, yep, that's where you go. So I went over to the photo station and there was this long line of students wrapping down the hallway around the building. And I thought, that is a really long line. I don't think I have time for that today. So I went and talked to the person working at the table and said, hey, I'm supposed to get a photo for the PTA for my lanyard. I was told to come here, is that right? And the person working at the table for Bell Photography was like, oh yeah, you've come to the right place. And because you're with the PTA, you don't have to get in line. You can just go right back. So I was like, okay. So I walked back and this lady waved her hand and she motioned me over to her booth. She had a stool and a backdrop and a camera and she told me to have a seat on that stool, and I was thinking she was just gonna do some kind of a headshot, but she told me to turn my chin and look down at the floor and hold on to my ponytail. And I was like, wait, what? What? And she's like, yeah, just turn your chin, look down and hold on to your ponytail. And I said, I'm with the PTA. She's like, yeah, I know. So I thought to myself, maybe this is some kind of a tradition that the PTA does. Maybe they all do these like glamour shots and it's supposed to be funny. Maybe there is some PTA page in the yearbook where they do this. I don't know. I've never been on the PTA before at the high school. This was my first time. So I didn't question it. I just went with it. And then after I did that, she said, okay, you're done. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, don't you need a headshot of my face? She's like, nope, you're good. So I got up and left and just kind of shrugged it off. And then a week later, we were at that first PTA meeting and I look around and I see everybody has their ID badges already on their lanyard. I was the only one. So I said to the PTA president, oh, where did you get that? Meaning like, where did you pick yours up at? And she said, oh, you just have to go to the main office. And I said, oh, should I just do that right now? She's like, yeah, just go do it right now. So I went over to the main office and I just explained, I'm here to get my photo for my PTSA lanyard. And they said, oh yeah, come on over here. So I follow the lady over to the desk and she pulls out this camera and she's like, okay, say cheese. And I was like, wait, I thought I already did this. I thought I already had my picture taken. And she says, well, if you did, you'd have a card, you'd have an ID. So she said, clearly you didn't. So she took my photo and immediately she printed out my ID card and handed it to me and I put it on my lanyard. And I started walking back towards the meeting and I was really confused. And so I walked into the meeting and I explained to everybody, I said, I'm so confused. I had a picture taken a week ago here when I came to the school, but I don't know if it was the same thing as this. And they said, well, where did you have your picture taken? And I said, in the yearbook line with all the students. And in that moment, everybody just started laughing. The PTA president, the board, the principal. And she said to me, well, you're gonna have a fun surprise at the end of the year. She's like, you're probably gonna end up in the yearbook. And I just totally laughed it off. I was like, oh my gosh, and I forgot all about it. I honestly thought, by the time the yearbook committee goes through and figures out what's going in the yearbook, they're gonna come across this random picture of me and not know what it is and just disregard it, right? I didn't even think about it. And then on the last day of school, when my son came home with his yearbook, he texted me and he's like, Mom, will you sign my yearbook? And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, your picture's in there, so will you sign it? And I was like, wait, what? And he showed it to me and I about died. And he goes, Mom, all of my friends saw this and they were laughing so hard and they said, your mom has to sign my yearbook. So I thought, okay, I have to explain this because I know this yearbook just went out to all of these students. It went to all of their homes. All of their parents are gonna see this and wonder, who is this lady and why is she in this yearbook? And especially those who know me, who live in my community, they're gonna be like, why is there this random picture of Lindsay Reach in the yearbook with all of the faculty? Because they put me in with all of the teachers and I'm not a teacher. So anyways, and the thing that makes it even crazier is it's a glamour shot. You look at the photos of all those other teachers and they're just doing a normal headshot. And here's this lady who nobody knows, who's doing a glamour shot, who isn't a part of the high school faculty, but yet there I am. Oh my goodness, you guys. That followed me for weeks. I had so many people texting me, emailing me, is that you in the yearbook? Are you a teacher? It was just crazy experience. So that is my story of how I accidentally got into the Layton High School yearbook. Anyways, that's the craziest thing that's happened to me this year. So now I want to hear your craziest story. What is the most strangest, unbelievable thing that has happened to you in 2022? All right, the last topic. I want to know, what is a new product you've discovered this year that you can't live without? Something you really love. It can be anything. I want to hear about it, so comment below, share a link if you want to. I want to know what it is that you love. So for me, I discovered this awesome gel nail kit. So I have a screenshot right here. I'll share links down below too in the video description. But I absolutely love this. It all started one day when a friend of mine was telling me, she's like, yeah, I went and bought this gel nail kit on Amazon and it's so awesome because it was a great way to bring my daughters together. It was something they could bond over. They could sit at the kitchen table every week and do their nails together and it was so much fun. And so she's like, it's the best thing I've ever bought. So I looked into it. I went online and I looked at all the different gel nail kits for my girls. And after looking at so many options, this one stood out to me. This one was my favorite. It had really good reviews. You get a lot of product for the price that you pay. So I went and I bought it and I have loved it. We've had so much fun doing our nails. And for me, they last about a week. So every 7 days we take it off and we try a new design. I'm giving my nails a break right now because I went camping and we went on a trip. And so I decided to give my nails a break. But this is something that has been so much fun. It comes with these little decals and so many different fun colors and stencils and just so many fun things that you can do. So we've had a lot of fun with this. It's something that bonds me and my daughters, and you know, they're kind of at an age right now where they're drifting a little bit further apart. They used to be like best friends, but now that I have a daughter who's in 9th grade and one that's going into 6th grade, they're at that age where 3 years apart makes all the difference. And so this was something that could bring us around the table and bring us together so we could have more bonding experiences. So anyways, I've had so much fun with this nail kit. I love it. My daughters love it. It's been so much fun. That's my favorite product of the year. There's a couple other products, I guess, that I love. I'll show you right here. This one I just discovered on Amazon at the beginning of this year, and I love it. It's just a Maybelline product. It's called Super Stay Ink Crayon, and I have loved this as like a lip liner. In fact, this is what I have on right now on my lips. It's what I usually put on in my videos, but I love it because it's matted, so it doesn't get on your teeth and it doesn't smear all over your face like a lipstick or a lip gloss, but it's not a lip stain, so it's not gonna stay on all day long. It's just on for when I want it, but it stays on actually for a really long time, which is what I love about it. So I just put some around the outlines of my lips, and then I just kind of blend it in and put some lip balm on, and I'm good to go. I feel like it's kind of just more of a natural look, but dramatic enough that you can tell I have something on. And then this I absolutely love. This is what I have on right now. It's sort of like an eyeshadow. It's called Brilliant Eye Brightener, and I just noticed that it's made in Germany. How about that? I love Germany. But it's by Thrive Cosmetics, and I saw a commercial for it one day. I saw an online ad and I was sold. So I bought it and I've been hooked ever since. But what I love about it, it's waterproof. So it's perfect for the summer and during those hot months when you're sweating a lot or it's humid outside and your makeup usually just melts off your face. What I love about this is you just put a little on just where you would apply eyeshadow, and you just blend it in and it stays on all day long. And I love this color. I feel like it goes with anything. The color shade is called Muna, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So that first product is a product I love for me and my girls. And then these products right here are my personal favorites that I love for me. In fact, my teenage daughter loves these so much. She borrows them all the time and steals them from me, so I have to hide them. But those are my favorite products I've discovered this year. So I'd love to hear what you've discovered, what you love, and why you love it. So feel free to comment and share below. I'm always looking for new products to try. Anyways, it was good chatting with you. I hope you loved this informal conversation. Comment below if there's any topics you want to throw out there or questions you want to throw out for future videos. But I just want to pop on every now and then and just chat with you, because I think it's fun sometimes to not have a theme or a topic or a structured video. It's fun just to get on and just chat and share. So I'm gonna get back to work on editing some videos. I have a wedding video from my nephew's wedding, our Kanab trip that we just went on, which was tons of fun, and I have a video I want to put out in time for Pioneer Day this weekend, so we'll see what I can do about that. Then I have some really cool topics that I'm going to pull from the vault from my old blog. These are topics I used to write about and share about way back in the day when I used to do more blogging. So I have some really cool topics I want to revisit because it's been a while and I want to see if anyone has anything to add to it or share. So we're going to revisit some really cool topics. Those will be short videos that are separate from my Happy Lady video messages. I have one more Happy House episode that I filmed a while ago that I need to finish editing, and that'll be the last episode of this year's season. And those are just like my cooking videos and little house projects that I do. So you can look forward to one more of those. And then later this summer, I'll have some music videos that I'm gonna put out when we get the music finished. And I have a couple more videos of insight with my friend Beth. So you can look forward to all of that over the next few weeks, and occasionally here and there I'll just pop in and we'll do a few more of these videos. We'll just chat together and have some fun. So anyways, hope you're having a great day. I'm loving this weather right now. It's super cloudy. Let me show you out my window. I love the overcast. I just love how it cools everything down. So, and it rained last night. I love it. Anyways, hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in the next video.